Okay, in this session we are going to learn how to create a custom meta class by using the new method and init method, right? Okay, that means underscore init underscore and another one is double underscore new double underscore. These are the two methods which is basically used to create a customized meta class, right? Okay, before that let me comment out all those things, right? Then minimize all those things. So now we are moving to create another way of meta class creation, right? So any method, right? Suppose sorry, not any method, any class, or whenever we are creating a object of any class. So what the first thing it is done? First it will call the call method. Okay, what is the method? Let me write it here. Call. Okay, this is the call method which is associated with every object, right? So let me give an example first, right? Suppose this is a class my class, right? Class. Okay, then suppose I am going to create a object of it, obj my class. Okay, this is all about. So whenever I am executing this line number 35, that means object equal to my class. So what basically it does, it first invoke a method. Which kind of method? The method is like I'm just writing it out. So this is basically a method which is associated with its parent class. Okay, so if it is a my class is a and that is call is what is the parent class of my class? Type. So as you already know, that means the type is a meta class of my class, or you can call it as a parent class. Okay, these two are totally not exactly similar, but here you can call it, right? So whenever we are creating an object of my class, the first thing it will invoke the call method. The call method of what? The call method of its parent class. Okay, call method of parent class of my class. Now what is the parent class of my class? Type. So it automatically call the call method of type class, right? So by default. But suppose we are creating a here, suppose I am creating a call method here. Okay, call method. Suppose I am defining a call method here inside this my class function or my class, right? So that time what will happen? It will just override the parent class call method and it will call its own call method. So again I am repeating. So first thing, whenever I am creating an object of my class, it is by default take the call the call method of its parent class, that means the type, right? But suppose you define a call method inside your my class, then it will just override the parent class call method, and whenever you are creating an object, it will just call its own call method. Okay, so this way you can, this is the hack, you can call this is a hack. By this way you can create your own meta class, right? By creating your own call method. So I hope you got a basic idea how you are going to create a meta class by using this call method, right? So another two methods are there. One is your init, right? And other one is your new. These are also two methods which is basically need to call inside your call method, so that it will create or instantiate a object. So in similar fashion, suppose you are not defining the init and new method inside your class, then it will just call the corresponding init and new method from your ancestor class, like your parent class, right? But if you suppose define those things, then your call method will invoke these two class, either one of these two class, right? So here inside this init and inside new, you can just customize your own code and put it inside your my class. Then it will just your own meta class. You can call it your own meta class. right? So let me create a meta class here, and another hack is here. This new method is called when the object itself is not created. That means it is called to assign the dictionary or the attribute dictionary and a tuple of base class before creation of object, right? And this init method is used when you want to assign the base class tuple and the corresponding dictionary of attributes after creation of object. So that is a two thing: init after the object creation, new is before the creation of object. So let me create one thing here. Suppose I am writing here def new, right? Suppose cls, then x is equal, suppose I am writing here x is equal to object dot new, then cls, right? Then I am using this, adding an attribute here, x attribute, sorry, not this one, equal to suppose 100, then return x, right? This much. And inside this, suppose let me remove this thing, right? And after here I can my class dot new is equal to new, this way. Now after this, suppose I am going to call this object dot attr, right? And let me print it. Okay, and let me execute this one. Okay, sorry, here bracket need not to be there, so I am not creating an object of it, I am just running it. Okay, here you can see we are getting the 100 as its attribute. So what basically we did here, we are just, suppose whenever this function is called, right, whenever this function is called, that time the object of it instantiated, or object of it invoke its new function, right, and pass this class as its object reference, right, and it will be give you the x, and the right, that means this x is nothing but the new, you can call the reference of new, right? And we are adding the attribute q, attribute one attribute attr to it, and assigning a value 100 and returning this x. So here whenever the my class is created, not the object, right, before creation of object, what we did here, I am just assigning this new value, which is nothing, just to add a new attribute attr and adding with a value 100 to the new, or you can call to the new method or the new attribute, it's the attribute, new attribute to the new attribute of the my class, right? So this is before object. So right now we haven't created any object, that means object is still now not instantiated. So before creation of object we have done this much of thing, right? After this only we are creating an object, right, and then I am just printing this object attribute. So here new keyword or the new method is used before creation of object, right? So right now whatever we are doing, we are just mucking around the same type class, type meta class, right? So so here we are going to change this approach, that means we are going to change the type class itself, right? So this new method is very much essential to do that, right? So okay, so let me do that thing here. Let me create a meta class. Okay, suppose class my meta, right, then Here I am invoking the type, or sorry, I am just using the type meta class. Then I am defining the same new method, right, and passing the same attribute like name, then basis, right, then dict. Okay, so inside this I am going to call the same new method of the superclass like the for the type class. So I am just invoking the new method of the type class. So x is equal to super, sorry, not this way, not this way. Okay, this much is not required actually. I am just, this much is sufficient. Okay, then new, inside this new I just need to pass the same name, then basis, then date, and the CLS, the reference, you can call it reference, right? Okay, now this is the my new x. I am just here adding one attribute, attr is equal to 101. Done. Then I am going to return this thing, return x. Okay, this much of thing. So now we are able to create a meta class which is of inheriting all the property of type, and here we are just using the same thing, that means inheriting everything from the type class, and we are adding one extra attribute 101 with the x dot attr. So here actually the class is created in this line. Okay, we are just using this new method of type to create a class, but these things are used inside a new method of my meta class. Okay, so if you create an object of my meta class, that time this internally it will invoke the new method of type class. So definitely it will create a class of it, right? Okay, so now let's create an object of it. Suppose I am going to create an object, sorry, not object, let's create a class, so that where my meta is the meta class. Okay, class, suppose this is a new class. Okay, and here let me use this my meta as my meta class, right, and pass, nothing required here. Okay, now let me create an object of it, object equal to new class, right, and if you are going to print the object of it, reprint the attribute of object, that means x. Okay, attribute x, attribute is attr, right? So if I execute it, you can see it will just print us 101. Why this 100 is coming? Is there anything? Oh, okay, right now we don't require this thing. Okay, let me execute it again. Now we are getting the 100 here. So 100 is the attribute which we are customized inside our new method, which actually it is so this new method used to invoke the type new method or the new method of the type, which actually help to create a class. Apart from that, in the new method of meta class or my meta class, we are adding one attribute x dot attr, right, and while we are creating an object of it, it will create the class, also it will get the x dot attr attribute. Okay, so this way you can create a customized meta class for your own purpose. Okay, so thank you.